So episode 6 of Blerd Talk. Work or school out of high school. What did you do? Would you do it again? Why did you do it? Etc. Etc.
Huh,
You all right? You look confused, Kenny. Let's talk about it.
what?
Well,
that that was the topic I read, yo.
So what did you? Okay, so what did you read? What did you read, Kenny? I told you.
It was go. It was like either go to school or go straight to work.
Right. That's what I said.
Yeah, but you added so
yeah,
much more.
You added some extra stuff, man. I was gonna let it slide.
Like,
And
I
you
was
did.
sitting there. I was sitting there. I was like, yeah. All of a sudden, you was adding extra. I was like,
But I got
Yeah,
the
you got-
point. Yeah, I
You
got
gotta
it.
be
though.
ready for anything, man.
yeah, we got the point.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about it.
Go ahead. Go first, Kenny.
Huh?
You go.
Versus school versus going straight to work. It depends on what field you go into. That's where it all matters. It depends on what field you go into. If it's IT, you don't need to go to school for it. You just need certifications. If it's business, I've seen people make business without the dang certification, but they do it anyway. But like being a doctor or
Mm.
anything that requires you to work with the human body, yeah, you need to go to school. You do. I'm sorry. There's no ifs, ands, and but about
Yeah,
it.
you can't learn that on YouTube.
You can't learn that on. You can't go to YouTube University and learn that. So, shoot, I would even say, being an HR thing, Alex is going for. I think you should go to school for that too, because that's something that's something else that you can't just like pick up and just go with.
I actually have to disagree.
Oh,
You actually can stay in the field in HR and get your certification, your SHRM CP, just by working. You gotta work for a couple years, but it's definitely possible to do. And then you're just as good as most other people out there.
Okay, well, yeah, like I said, that's not my field. That's not my field. I'm IT, so
Yeah,
I
but
know in
some
IT.
places still want you to have a bachelor's with it, but the SHRM CP is apparently that valuable.
Mm-hmm.
I think I went back to school
Short
fairly
podcast.
late in my 20s. I was like 27, 28.
Yeah. 20,
Only reason why I had went because my dad kind of peer pressured me to doing it.
In hindsight, would you have done it?
No.
Was it worth it? And did you utilize your?
It was okay. So it depends. Like it kind of depends on what you're going to school for. If you're trying to go into the field, then I can see why you'll want to go. Me, I did it to make my dad happy. He went to feel accomplished because he's 70 something years old, so he wanted to feel like he did something with his life. I can understand that. He wanted me to go, I guess, so he can feel proud of me or whatever the case may be. So I did it for him because he asked me to. If it was up to me, no, because clearly I'm working for a company who you have no need for any degrees. You can come straight out of high school and do the same thing, still make pretty good money at the end of the day if you stick with it long term. Yeah, in hindsight, no, I wouldn't. That was stressful. ECPI was stressful. Like that year round, around the clock,
Mm-hmm.
every day, 5 days a week. You get one break. Like what, Christmas? You barely get Thanksgiving. You only get Thanksgiving Day.
And then you got papers due.
He had a bad experience with ECPI. I had fun with ECPI.
Well, okay, so if ECPI though, that's mainly like an IT institute, right?
Yeah, but they instituted and everything else.
Yeah, they introduced criminal justice and business. I had no interest in IT. I'm not an IT person. I knew my weaknesses. I was not even going to put myself through that. So I just went. I was like, I'm just going to do business. I did 2 years, too long, grueling years. Yeah, I got a degree. I finished, so I can say like I finished it.
You went for 2. So you got your bachelor's?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you done fucked up, baby. I did associates and called it a day.
So did my dad. My dad got it.
About your 2 years. It sounds like it's still some trauma.
My dad
I
did.
feel it in your voice.
My dad did his year in network security.
Mm-hmm.
and he got the fuck.
So you soldiered it out for 2.
Yeah, and I was near the end. It was tough. It was tough. TUFF tough.
Yeah.
Like
only
it was.
time I had trouble in that school was with those those classes that were not my strong suit. Networking, bruh.
I can only imagine.
With that short time frame, with that long period of days and stuff, my mind was drained.
I mean, I did learn some stuff, even though I don't know about anybody else's experiences who went to UCPI, but they kind of they handed it a lot of stuff to you.
It's food.
Wait, they gave you answers?
Everything's open book.
Yeah, they handed everything to you, honestly. Like,
he's like, I'm going to the wrong university. Hold up.
Yeah, they literally handed you everything. But I mean, the whole point of ECPI was it was to teach you some things, but it was just basically like, hey, this is your degree, you got it, and you have some knowledge, so just go into the workforce and go. That's that was their whole thing was about it. Like, and they did put you in the workforce. Like, they weren't joking when I finished school, I had a job. I mean, it was a small IT job, but I had a job like that. Like, I got picked up like at a snap, and they was just like, hey, we got this, go work. And I was like, oh, okay. They put me for intern, and they was like, yeah, you're gonna intern, and then they're gonna hire you full time. I was like, all right.
See, my intern experience was way different than that. My intern experience was with a startup company. They were trying to do event planning. So I had to set up like the social media. I don't even know if they even still got those social media pages. Like, I had to set up like social media because I guess they figure I'm young, so I know social media. It was 2 older white ladies. So I had to like make that for them, create emails for them, you know what I'm saying, set everything up for them. And then when I was done, it was dragging on so long. They was like, look, we just got to sign you off just so you can go about your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically. So they signed me. They're like, okay, you did great. Now go away.
Yeah.
Don't start up.
Yeah, it was, right. But ECPI was heavy on IT. It was heavy because they were they got jobs lined up. Like, I had this one chick, she wanted to work for Google so bad. Her GPA was like a 4.0 or something. I was like, girl, chill. But she got her job though. But I was like, yo,
good.
But if you're going in that ECPI for IT, that's what it's known for is IT. They give you all sorts of stuff.
So Dante, if you could take those years back and bank that time back in your life, would you?
Ironically, I'm doing the exact same thing I was doing work-wise that I was doing then. James,
so it was completely useless.
Yeah, like I'm doing because James, I just started at Envoy in Richmond.
Yeah,
I just started working at the airport. Because he got me on the airport, and I was working at the airport and going to school at the same time. And lo and behold, I'm still working at the airport.
Yeah, but I have to say,
so I mean, it is what it is.
If it weren't for Dante, I probably wouldn't have finished. Because remember how hard he was like, yo, man, I'm an ECPI, man. You need to finish this up.
I was talking cash shit.
He was talking. He was
going in group chats. I'm like, oh man, Jay, you gonna be the last one to graduate? And I'm just sitting here like,
so because of
the crew, don't look at me.
Because of him, everybody else has pushed me, but I finished my associates and I got my degree finally in like strategic advertising at VCU. So because of this man going through what he did.
So it didn't do anything for you, but it helped out the people around you, Dante.
Yeah, I mean, it can be used as a motivational tool for someone else that's in a similar situation as me, or for my daughter or whoever. Like if I can do it, because I hate school with a passion. And so does my daughter. So I mean, it has its pros and cons. Like pros, I can say, look, I got a degree. I hated school just like you. As far as my child, I hated school just like you. I despise school just like you. You could do it too, if you wish.
Would you recommend it?
No.
All right, that's the point we're trying to get to for this topic.
Yeah. If you're going, if anybody watches and you're thinking about going to IT and something, do not go to school for it. Just get your Security Plus, your A Plus, and your Net Plus, and you good. And if you get a security clearance, you're golden.
Well, Ghost, what do you recommend? What's your life story?
Well, yeah, as everybody knows here, it was a long school life story. But out of high school, I went to New Hampshire, then came back to VCU, and I think had a little rough time. Then was out for like 5 years, went working at UPS, then went to the airport, pulled this man along with me, and then went and finished my associates and my degree. And didn't really get anything in my advertising yet, but I got like 3 internships. I got an awesome opportunity to go out to this I think it's like a sales 80. They were doing like an 80 anniversary. I got to see all of the people through like broadcasts, like all the radio stations. I got to go down into Virginia Beach. It was different. I got to step out into a whole nother lifestyle. It was like
the corporate really cool. World.
It was very corporate world. I got to see a lot of people. It was really educational. It was really cool. So if I had to like redo everything. Oh, and also I just went back to John Tyler for cybersecurity certificate so I can get better idea of everything before I go for my other certificates. But I think it could be different for everybody. I know for me, because I would always say like I wish I would have did something different. Like I probably would have stayed in New Hampshire all 4 years and networked through there and did something else. But through my experience, I was able to like learn, experience how it is to work for yourself. Through the years that I was out, I was actually catering. I was cooking to other businesses like Pepsi, K-Line, stuff like that. I don't think I would have did that if I didn't go through the experiences that I did. So it's kind of hard for me to say like, yeah, I wouldn't do any of this or the above because I didn't go in a straight line. I was all over the place. I went through like 3 majors in New Hampshire, and then a 4th was advertising. And that's when I really found out that I loved advertising. I still do. Still looking as we speak. It's just a very competitive environment. What I would tell people, if you're doing advertising or you're looking at advertising, it's good to go to school, but it's also good to do it in the meantime. Like do it on your, do your own stuff. Go market for other people. Don't just wait for college. That's one thing I would definitely say. Like if I could tell myself like, hey, you love advertising, do this first and then go into the school route.
Would you go that zigzag line again?
What?
If you could do all of that over again, would you?
If I could do all of it over again?
It sounds stressful, I have to say.
It was stressful because like think about it. When you like not saying I don't hate school, but I don't love school.
All right, so to TLDR this, Ghost, you're 21 right now. No, you're 19, fresh out of high school. You know the exact path you could take would be the exact same you just went through, or you could take a different path. Are you gonna walk the same path you just went through, or are you gonna take a different path? All right.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard, man. I'll probably go a different path, but the experience has made me who I am today. So it's just like I don't know.
Because each of these situations, man. You have pros and cons. Like you
do.
You find out what you really made of.
Like okay, no.
Okay,
it's like this.
I'm gonna skip through all the fuckery. I wish I didn't go because I would have saved a lot more money.
Of course, yes, that is true too. Because you can also do self-taught, like you always be getting on this. But when I wasn't going to school and I was seeing a lot of people like in their 17s, 18s, and I was looking back at like where I was, like wow, I would have graduated 2011. I look at the kids now and they coming out, they're like, I got my social media, I already got an internship on the way. Like they already had what they knew what they wanted to do. So if I could go back, I would actually take school and everything else serious and figure out what it is I wanted to do and follow that path. I love cooking, but I wouldn't have gone that route if I didn't go through the experiences that I did. that I had to go now. So
when I was at 19, I had no idea
well,
what I want to do with my life. So that's why I say I have no problem. I try to live with no regrets. So, like, I try to live with no regrets. I try to not have any regrets. So, I mean, I think my life is not that bad, comparatively speaking. I don't think I would have changed.
Regrets.
I mean, I don't.
Still with the ECPI, still with it, all that.
Yeah, I'm with Dante. I really don't. I would have been different.
The only thing I don't regret ECPI. I just rather not. I don't regret it, depending on how I'm feeling at that moment. Like tomorrow, I might regret it.
Dante, I got a question.
Thursday, I might be like, you know what, that was good for me.
Dante, I got a question. Did you use your free alumni test?
I don't know what that even is.
Because I used all of them shit.
Free alumni test.
You get to take exams for free through ECPI.
What? I don't even know that.
Like certification?
Seriously?
Yes.
Like that's 370. Like you're good.
Yes. I took my first security.
Why did you tell me about this?
What is wrong with you, man?
This is why, like, I tell Ariel, that school all around was not bad. You had 10 free exam tests.
Bro, it's like 370 easy right now.
When I tell you,
that's crazy.
When I tell you every final on any test, they're like, all right, we go take a test. And then everybody just went to Google, like, immediately. And then they literally, if you fail the test, the only reason my GPA was like, 3.89 for like the longest time, it went down because I was just exhausted mentally of all the constant work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even remember what my GPA was. That's how I unattached myself from
the funniest part about I had an Indian teacher. My teacher, she wasn't all about those exams. She cared about how well you did on the labs and how well you did on your homework and everything. The exams were like low score, but everything else was high score for her, and I can see why, because like. I still remember she taught me how to solder and everything. And that was in 2011. And I still remember how to solder. I still remember ohms. I still remember all those things because she was just hard. She was hitting those things hard. I still know how to set up an alarm from scratch.
Well, that's
so
what you remember.
No, she's a good teacher, apparently.
All right, so let me put it to you like this then. What knowledge did you learn, Dante or James, in school that you feel is really pertinent to your life right now? All right, then. So you're out. Next up goes. Let's go.
To be more independent, and that's probably the biggest regret I do have. I usually don't regret a lot of things, but that was it. Because I wasn't. Yeah, I was dependent as hell. Well, y'all already know. But going through like the experiences that I did, I was able to do more for myself. And if I'd have did that, New Hampshire, I probably wouldn't have went through 3 majors or 4 majors until I realized what I wanted. Like I said, I was a carefree kid. You know, you come out of high school, you don't know what you want to do. And, you know, you just go whatever they tell you. Hey, you're going to here. You got a scholarship. You're going here. All right, bet. Boom. That's exactly how it happened. You got a scholarship. You're going to New Hampshire, Henniker, New Hampshire. I go to Henniker, New Hampshire. It's like 90 minutes away from.
I was like, why is this man here?
Yeah, it was in Boston, 90 minutes from Boston, middle of nowhere. That was my life for a whole year, and had.
Wait, you was physically there?
I was physically there.
He was flying, bro,
for a whole year.
Where was I at in this point of your life?
You were here.
I was disappearing.
That's not the topic. That's not the topic. That's not the topic.
Nah, it's not the topic.
The topic is not the disappearance of Dante.
But to bring it back,
we see that you're attacked. Do you want to talk about it?
Right?
No.
You want to?
No?
We'll talk about it offline.
Yeah. But to keep on track in the spirit of everything, I think if I was given a chance to do it over, I probably would have. Just in the fact that I would make my own decisions. I literally sit down and figure out what it is I really wanted to do and do that and not try to please anybody else. I think that's the one thing I really would have changed. And it has nothing to do with school and it has nothing to do with work, because work in itself, man, I've worked with Dante, you know, we work for some we've been in some interesting situations.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I'll leave it at that because that's a whole nother altogether. But because school is expensive, it's too expensive. It doesn't even make sense sometimes. You're not even guaranteed a job. Work, you can literally work 5 years straight and not go anywhere, not be anywhere. I work with people that was at UPS for like 20 years straight, and all I had to hear for the 3 years I was there, like, you're gonna be here just like me forever. Every day. That's all I heard was, you're gonna be here like me forever.
Did those people apply themselves, or were they actually good at what they did?
They got complacent, and that's what scared me. I didn't want to get complacent, and I did, and I went somewhere else. I was gonna try to go into the corporate world of American, and
I mean,
yeah.
All right, I see a bunch of regret there. So let's just not step away from that.
I went to the military world of America.
I actually did try to get a job in my field when I moved down to New Orleans, because the company, who should not be named, was not where it was at. So I really actually tried to work for the government, the state or the city or whoever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it just didn't work out. I was okay with that. Like, yeah, whatever. At least I still have a job, at least. You know what I'm saying? I try to look at the positives. As far as your question earlier, I mean, the only thing I can take away is that, like, just make sure you finish what you start.
Nah, I got better advice. Figure out what you want to do in life before you go to school. There's a lot of kids that go to school. They go to school for business and they're like, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And they already got $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 in the train already. And it's already too late.
Absolutely nothing to show for it.
Yeah, like, I mean.
So, that's why when everybody says, I don't know what I want to do, and they're like, but I want to go to college, I look at them and be like, don't do it. And I just hold their head, just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I kind of low-key had a interest in business, like marketing or anything like operations management and stuff like that. I had some of an interest. Is it a strong interest? Nah, not really. But I figure it won't hurt.
I mean, what is your strong interest?
You know, what is strong interest?
Oh, no. I see uncomfortability over there.
Yeah, because that's a lengthy topic. But
it's literally a one sentence.
No, I have a lot of strong interest. I take that back. I take that all the way back.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, take it back. Take it all the way back. Take your cap off. That's how back you need to go back.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so like I said, I had an interest in it. I said, well, okay, if I'm gonna go to please my father, then what would I want to do? And they had business. All right, like, F it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this. Like I said, I did learn some stuff. Like I was telling Alex a while back when I applied for, it was some accounting job. I have no interest. In hindsight, I shouldn't have even applied because I have no interest in math. I'm terrible at math, but I figured, hey, that's what computers are for. So I'll be all right. I applied and I actually got pretty close to actually securing an actual interview, and that for me to know more than I thought I did.
Damn, yo, he got high def.
Who got high def?
You for a second.
Oh, well, anyway. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I don't regret ECPI. I've experienced.
It's a good school if you use all the resources they have.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they give you
certificates.
A lot of things.
Oh my gosh, he's rethinking his whole life.
You literally pay for your degree. Like, it's like you might as well go through a drive-through and say, hey, I want a bachelor's for business. They're like, all right, here you go. That's 25. That's $45,000.
I just want to say this: the fact that I'm now wanting to be in IT, and the fact that you've held this in for so long,
Wait, hold on.
$370 per
man.
certificate.
You can't. Nah, they would tell you.
You can't put. Hey, yo, bro, you gotta talk. You can't be sitting there saying it's your fault.
No. Because I asked about the ECPI. I didn't realize that you get 10 for the certificates because certificates are expensive. Like 370. Yeah, that's why I was like, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. Go to ECPI, like, hey, let me get these 10 certificates.
Let me get these certs.
Let
me get these
You
certs.
scratch yourself like that.
Like a junkie. They got like a junkie. Like they
advise and being like, hey, yo, let
me get them certs.
Heard you got them certs.
Yeah, like you come to us because we're a great school. Yeah, just let me get them certs, man.
But yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I thought we were about to end it. I thought it was a great time to close it. Say, hey, thanks for coming to episode 6. I thought we was done. We gonna let that go?
No.
Am I what?
I see what you tried, but you failed. So.
I mean, it was done. Look at the time. Don't listen to podcasts this long. Cut it off now.
I don't think anybody's going to listen to this anyway.
You're right. It's an extra though. It's an add-on extra.
God. But regardless, I see that this Alex is trying to. My God.
Yo, don't worry about me.
I hope no one listens to this. This is the worst podcast ever. Yeah, we gotta pick it up next season.
Oh my God!
This is not
no, but seriously, what would you do?
Overall, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, right. What would you do?
Now we're done. All right.
All right, good. Now we got.
No,
I'm curious. I really want to know. Like, what would you do?
Overall, I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I mean, like you going back.
Going back in time, I'd be like, no.
And you just work
away.
Like you just work.
Yeah.
Or you do your
work
own thing.
And create your own businesses or business in general. There's so many mechanisms to create your own wealth. So much time is invested with school. And unless you pick a very specific major and know what you want to do, it's just not worth it. So, I mean, why not work, build up the money and work on scholarships then, and then go whenever you realize, hey, I actually need a degree for this. Or work and have your job pay off the degree. Tuition reimbursement for a reason. So in hindsight of it all, like, no, I think that's kind of silly. You can work, have the experience, have the know-how, have networking, get contacts. Let me tell you, never once have I interviewed and they've been like, oh, I see you have a bachelor's. That's something we're definitely looking for. They've been like,
yeah, I've never heard that.
You know this person, or oh, you know this skill. How did you use it your last job? They've never talked about any sort of like school achievements. But I mean, even being in HR and talking to people about it, they're just like, really kind of don't care like that. So it's like, all right, cool. Why would I destroy myself for years on end to get this special piece of paper when I could have just worked, made some sort of profit, invested that sort of money, and then have my job pay for it? So, just in hindsight, it just seems kind of silly.
All right.
But yeah, my vote's a nay.
My vote is a nay unless you go on a certain field.
That's what I literally do. Am I on mute? I mean, don't worry about it.
Ghost, you're up.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, if you knew what you were doing.
Well,
interesting.
75% panel of a nah. So good luck out there. May the odds be in your favor.
Unless you become a Bill Gates or something more.
Invest in Doge, Shiba Inu, Chainlink.
You can either become rich or pay for your education, whichever one you prefer.
I mean, you just buy the degree.
Like I did. I'm still paying for it.
It's 2 years. I did it.
I mean, the celebrities are doing that now.
Wait, you still owe?
I'm pretty sure. I haven't. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not even gonna talk about that.
All right, man.
Still what?
Cut it.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We done.
Cut it. We're done here. You're done now.
Yeah. That was fun.
Why look like Kenny about to play Game Boy or something?
I'm checking my Coinbase.
Hey man, tell me what's up.
About to